The Weekly Warp Pipe.
What's up, Weekly Warp Pipers? I'm here today. I have the privilege of introducing tonight's podcast because we're talking about something that I've been kind of on the hunt for, and that's the appeal of big toy playsets. Going to take it back to the vintage ones. I don't know, maybe we'll throw some modern ones in there. I'm not really sure, but there is quite a lot to talk about. We got some cool segments. We're going to hit the guys with the sound check, pixel price check with Keith.
All the checks.
We all the checks. And yeah, we got to cash those checks. So with that being said, let's bring in the guys. Where are you guys?
Let me ask you this.
What do you want to ask me?
You're like, I'm on the hunt for this for big toy sets. Yeah. Where are you gonna fit it in that room? You should be getting small toy sets.
I don't know if you guys saw, but I got another My Pet Monster. Earlier this week, I got.
You should move into Mighty Max horror heads, the little ones.
Oh, the
little ones. Yeah.
I'll have to move to what's the one place set that's really, really huge. Not the I'm not a G.I. Joe guy, so it's not the USS Flag. What's the other one?
The ship? The spaceship?
No, is it oh my god.
Is it G.I. Joe?
It's G.I. Joe.
It's G.I. Joe?
The circle one. I don't know anything about G.I. Joe, guys.
I don't know if I know that one. We'll get into it when we get to the main topic.
We will get into it though. But it's going to be a fun one. I have a laundry list of ones to talk about. And it's quite a bit. This could be a very long topic because there's some really good ones, and there's also some in there that I threw in there that maybe people don't necessarily remember.
Okay.
But they are crazy expensive, and people are really looking for them. And I don't understand why they're looking for it. I think it's just one of those like grail things that just happens in toys where people get FOMO and one person buys it, the other person buys it, and the price just raises.
Right.
So we'll get into those as well. But how are you guys doing? You guys I know Russ, congratulations on 1 year on YouTube for Russly.
Let's go.
You had your
how about this?
Your live stream. What you got?
Shout out to Carl, my buddy Carl made this like 3D printed like Russly coaster logo thing. So nice. He brought that over to me. So I was like, cool. So I've been using it as a coaster. It's, a little risen up, but
with the yellow circle that's around the logo, is it raised up higher than the black?
No, it's at the same level.
Oh, I was going to say, because that would be cool if it was a little raised because it can catch all your condensation.
That's true. I mean, I could have him do a new print on that. So yeah, we'll see. He's started a 3D printing business. He's done a weekly warp pipe similar thing as well. Sweet. So shout out to Carl. I'm not sure if Carl listens to the podcast, but he's always chatting it up with me.
We should try to see if he could make us some like keychains or something to bring.
I do have. Remind me to bring. I have a bunch of pins that we had gotten made, and I just hated shipping them because it's such a pain. So I'm just going to bring them all to SoCal, and we'll just hand them out there.
Well, me and Keith are officially going now. I don't know if you
have been announced, so I wasn't sure if you were coming or not.
We have finally been announced, so we will be. We will all be there.
Nice.
But how did the stream go?
Well, it was low key. I didn't make a like cool long intro or have like commercial lined up and all that. So we started it off playing beat 'em up games, and on my streams, I'm hoping this really kicks off. I think it's a fun concept. I've been doing these randomizer streams where you spin a randomizer wheel, whatever game it lands on, you play it. And then on the screen, there's a countdown clock you see. And I made a little bomb that's like walking, and it gave us 10 minutes. So you can physically see, hey, they only got 10 minutes to play this game. And then when it gets to the end, you hear the sonic, I'm running out of air sound. Like that. And then when it finishes, I have like a CGI, like green screen explosion go off. It covers the whole screen, and then it says time for the next game, and then we spin the wheel again. So we were doing that, playing beat 'em up games for like the first hour and a half, and then we changed it towards the end of the stream and did bad games, but we only did 5 minutes per game. So we were playing all these bad games for 5 minutes, and that was a fun one as well. So not too bad. Bunch of people came in that I haven't seen in the stream before, and I had used the feature you can live stream on YouTube and click a little box that also sends your feed to the vertical stream.
Oh.
The downside, it sucks for anyone live streaming a game because it just takes your screen and then goes into the middle.
Oh.
So you'll get 1/4 of my gameplay, 1/4 of my face, like terrible to watch. But I figured maybe if someone then sees it, they can come over to the horizontal stream because it does combine your chats, which is helpful.
How did that go?
I guess pretty good. I mean, it doesn't save, I don't think, the vertical live stream, so I can't go back and see people coming in there. But
I
was like, all right, whatever.
Well, I mean, next time you could just ask people as they're coming in if they
where you came from or something. Yeah.
Put up a poll.
Right. Yeah. So we're struggling along. I'm at what am I at for subscribers right now? We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers.
You're in like the 1.8s now, right?
Looks like it says 1,810. The little thing I have in the back only goes by like 10s or 20s or something, so it's not fully updated. So I'm hoping, I guess, realistically, be by the end of summer, I can find 200 more people to subscribe. I'm sure that's easy enough.
Just got to keep putting out those videos.
Yeah, that's it. I got so many. It sucks, I said, because I do work, right? So that takes up a lot of time, and most of the day is spent hanging out with the girls or hanging out with Steph. And my only free time mostly has become 10 p.m. and until when I go to bed. So most of the time it's midnight, so you get the 2 hours. So I'm like, am I live streaming? Am I filming something to then edit a later date, possibly? Because I have a lot of... I still have to... I did film for the Retro Game Con in South Carolina. I did a regular video, which I have to still edit and put together. I put out my 3DS video that Sunday, so it was like bada bing, bada boom. But then I have so many series I haven't gone back to. A few people were asking me. I had a series called Nintendo Go, and I was going through all the NES games, so I haven't done that in a while. I have 2 new series that I haven't made episodes for, but I think the ideas are really good. They just would take a lot to film and edit. One would be very similar to almost like a 90s video game show. If you watch Game Pro, the TV show, I think it was just called Game Pro. I just been called Game Pro. I can't remember. There's videos on YouTube of it. But
did it have anything to do with the magazine?
Yeah, I mean, they're showcasing tips. They have like a wild host, and then they show some gameplay to it and all that. So I wanted something similar, and I was gonna edit it in so it's 4:3. So this way it has that retro feel, and it was going to be called Rob's Code Lab.
Okay.
And I was going to use like using Game Genie codes.
Do you have a little lab coat for Rob?
I should get a little, I could probably get a Build-A-Bear lab coat and it would fit on Rob.
There you go.
So, but I wanted to do a lot of green screening of me on like the footage and shooting the tips and tricks on that. And I was like, it just takes a lot to coordinate. So I was like, we'll see what I can get going with that.
When you do filming at night, and I know that you do the filming kind of like with the window in front of you, typically.
Yeah.
And your room is behind you. Is there a light difference from working at night versus
because you could see through I have glass doors behind me over there, and so you would see it dark there. So I would have inconsistency. You would see if I filmed some in the morning, some at night, because it's lit back there.
Okay.
That's not really helping me getting the sunlight through these windows in the back right over here, because I have like key lights and all that, so like that's the same.
Does that overpower the sunlight?
Yeah, because I'm just closer to it, and I was like, maybe it helps out.
That light illuminated the room as well.
It might a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have filmed stuff early morning. The baby gets up at like 7, and Gwen usually doesn't get up to like 8:30 or so. So I do have the window, and sometimes I just record it, and the baby's just in her carrier sitting over here and kind of yapping in the background. I'm like, it is what it is. This is how it is. Like, who cares?
Real life.
Yeah. Even tonight I live stream, and Madeline was on the live stream for the first half hour, and she fell asleep. And then I brought her to the crib, and we continued on.
Very good.
Nice.
Well, speaking of the live stream, I think you need to fill in, Keith. How are you doing on Earthbound?
Oh yeah, I wonder how far you're getting. I just basically finished that zombie town. I don't know if you've gotten to the zombie town.
Yep.
What's funny is I live streamed on Twitch, and I was grinding to get my level up, and then I realized, oh, like I did this part before, like, and I forgot. I got to a point where there wasn't a save, so I used the save state, and that's where I should have started. So I started back to like further, and I was like, great, all that grinding I did for the 25 minutes, complete waste, because now I got to use this. So I was like, shoot. But I'm using a walkthrough, and my friend messaged me, and he has a reproduction of the manual I guess game guide you would call it.
Yeah.
And he said he let me borrow it. But with my walkthrough, I'm about 15 chapters into where I'd beat the game. I'm 10 chapters in, 15 to go, if that makes better sense.
Yeah.
Whether I'm going to stream the entire process, I don't know. Maybe there'll be nights I just play off stream, or I might be on Twitch streaming instead of YouTube. I'm up to 5 parts on YouTube. So I was like, we'll see. There's still parts of the game that I'm like, I don't like this. So I don't think it's going to stand out as like a great RPG that I'll go back to.
Feel the same for sure.
Like the inventory system is just garbage.
So frustrating. Yeah.
You can't build up enough like products to heal you because you're limited to your slots. Finally, when you get another character, then you can kind of divide up some more stuff, but it's still very limited. You can only hold maybe 20 items, and some of the items I'm like, I don't know what these do. Do I need to save this part?
Use it? Yeah, like some of them are just useless. Like absolutely, like they do nothing. Like the tape measure,
the postcards,
the ruler does nothing. It's like, okay, yes, I don't really need this. So it just is an inventory. It's humor, but it's a space filler, right?
Right.
So I'm a little ways ahead of you. I'm probably half of a town ahead of you at least. If not a little bit more. So not super far out. I haven't played it this week. Had a screw pop on the plate they put in my shoulder. So now this end of I passed out twice when it happened. So now I've got a lifted plate here, so they have to go back in and cut me open and deal with that. So
wow,
take me next. But yeah, so hopefully they just pull it out. Next week is 6 weeks, which is what they say is required healing for the clavicle before they let you kind of get back to doing stuff. So hopefully I go in tomorrow and they tell me we're going to pull it next week. And then I go in next week and they pull that out. And then I've just got another incision and some stitches, and I can start flapping that wing around, and then I can fly my little butt to California.
Would that screw affect, like, would it delay it?
There's
possibly?
6 screws. I saw the x-ray because I went to emergency that morning. There's 6 screws and only one of them has popped. This one on the very end here has lifted. So there is 5 other screws, minimum 4 other screws, 3 on each side of the brake that are holding it together. So right now there should be 2 here and 3 over here holding that plate together to hold that clavicle, that collarbone together. So should be good. They were happy with the healing when I was in on Monday last week. Monday I was in, they got checked out. Thursday morning I woke up and passed out because I had moved in bed or something and caused stress on that. Doctor did say he wished he'd put longer screws in. He should have put longer screws in, so they went through the bone. I really wish he had, for sure. He should have dug through his toolbox a little deeper. But so I haven't done anything this week. I've been almost bedridden because I need to be comfortable, or else I don't want to cause any more damage to any muscles or tendons or anything in there. So if I have to be in a laying position, I'll do that, right? And wait till I get dealt with. So
have you been doing? Just watching movies and playing video games?
I have been listening to the Lit RPG audiobook of He Who Fights with Monsters, which is super, super cool. If you guys are into books or anything like that, it's super well done. It's definitely something I highly suggest. I'm on book 10. I've been listening to it for months.
Wow.
But I'm on book 10. I listened to like a whole book in the last 3 days. So there's like 25 hours in one of these books. So super well done. really cool if you're into role play games, like video game style stuff, and you're into fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons, stuff like that. He Who Fights with Monsters, look it up and definitely check it out. The first book I listened to was months ago, and I had a coworker suggest it. And within the first 5 minutes, I was like, this is super cool. The concept behind this is super cool, especially when the pop-up windows start happening. So definitely check that out. But that's what I've been doing, is listening to books and watching movies. Sit on my butt.
Nice.
David, what have you been doing, David?
What have I been doing? I went to work this weekend.
Interesting.
I did.
Finally.
What's that look like?
It's really funny too, because so I got a call last week by one of my friends who is a co-worker, photographer friend of mine that we work together a lot, and recommended me because she was only able to do 2 days on this commercial job and needed somebody to fill in the other 2. So I said, sure, what's the details? So it was basically a day rate. I would go in I went in on Sunday and Monday, and then I spent the whole day shooting. And then the great thing about that job was they gave me a SD card at the beginning of the day. I did all my photos. I handed the card back. I don't have to do any editing, any culling, nothing. I showed up, shot, and collected my paycheck. Yep. So I basically just got a day rate to come in and shoot and give guidance and, do that sort of thing. It was for an educational. It was shot at one of the local hospitals here, and it was a whole team that came in from around the country that we worked together, and we basically had to take photos and video of. It's like this educational program that's online for colleges and stuff like that they're selling them to, where I'll paint a picture for you real quick. You go into the software, you're a nurse at nursing school, and you go virtually into this room. There's a 360 image of the room. So somebody came in, did a 360 shot of the room. Then I would go in and take detail shots. So like whatever's sitting on the counter here, whatever, like what the nurses would be looking at. So when they go into the 360 room, they would click on it, and then that picture would be the picture that I took. So it's kind of boring stuff, but easy stuff, and it got me to work. So it felt good because I made some connections. And funny story, one of the video guys, he knows Russ.
What's up?
Who doesn't?
His name was Ed. I forgot his last name, but we did a Zoom meeting.
Okay.
And obviously they see my background. So
yeah.
I have questions once the Zoom meeting is like, Dave, I gotta ask you a question. And he had a room full of, on the other side of his room was just retro games.
Yeah.
And we got to talking. We were talking about, the toy stuff, the YouTube stuff, the podcast got brought up. And then I had not mentioned your name at first, but then we eventually mentioned your name. And then he's like, oh, I know Russ. And he's actually helped you, he says, with maybe some video stuff in the past. I'll look up his name to find out. He's from Plantsville, I believe.
Okay.
Plainsville. He's very close to me.
I was gonna say that's close to you.
Yeah. So he does video, and we got to talking, and I guess he has a podcast now as well with somebody about other topics and such. But he was doing YouTube for a little while, and so It was a really cool weekend to just get back to work, talk to people about photography, and it kind of got me motivated a little bit to get back into things. I'm going to probably be shooting a concept trailer for a upcoming movie that we want to production team that I work with is going to work on. I can't talk about it because I already signed the NDA.
That's it.
But I'm gonna but I am gonna shoot this concept trailer. That once the concept trailer is out, that's when they start shopping it to producers or executive producers or people that want to maybe fund the movie. And that's the way the movie that's made. That's how Founders Day got made. And She Came from the Woods. they did a concept trailer, and then years later, after they got funding and solidified a script, it goes into production. So that was that. Still putting out the movies. I'm sorry, the videos
they're
on
movies.
the YouTubes.
YouTube movies.
Yeah, I'm working on the Chicago road trip. This week will be out with the parking lot sales. So the parking lot sales are up there. They're going to be up there the day this podcast.
I think I had seen maybe No Cable Crew had posted.
Yes.
Yeah,
they did one video for like their entire Chicago trip.
Oh, okay. They're knock this out in one shot.
Right. I filmed like basically a video for every day that I was there, making sure I took advantage of the trip because I was gone for a week. So I'll have a few more episodes. Plus, I have 3 toy stores that we went to while we were out there.
While going out, yeah.
I have content for quite a while. Then I have Shop the Curiosity. We have SoCal coming up. So I'll be set for a little while doing these weekly things. And also, what's really fun that I've been doing is I've been pulling little segments out of the content. And I, like, for instance, I make mention of this. This all came up because I did the first episode of the hotel sales.
Right.
Well, the first episode of the hotel sales ends, but then my friend Brian from Colorado showed up, and we had his whole experience the rest of the day. But I didn't want that episode to be like a 45-minute episode. So I ended up using that footage as a member-only video. So now I'm starting to pull pieces from maybe certain parts of the day where I can do like little 5 to 10 minute
like
member-only
almost
video.
like cutting room floor footage, and we'll use it here.
Yeah. So that's been very helpful because there's a lot of footage. But this week will be the parking lot sales, and then we'll be into the vendor load-in and the first day sales, and then the actual toy show itself. So keeping busy. And next week I'll tell you guys about a package that's coming in the mail tomorrow.
Perfect.
That's pretty big for me, actually. So I'm pretty excited. Oh, and we got these new things in. I don't know if you guys saw these yet.
T-shirts.
New T-shirts are available. So you can get this along with the Weekly Warp Pipe podcast T-shirt on my YouTube channel and Russ's YouTube channel. And Keith, I don't know if you have them set up yet on yours. Keith's muted.
Of course I am, because I was typing in the background. No, you can't find those on mine. I'll have to get that set up here once I'm back up to full steam.
Full steam ahead.
Well, I know that I'm getting very, very anxious. I need that shoulder to heal because I need some retro car collector videos to watch because I'm getting very, very anxious. And you know who else needs retro car collector videos to come out? My mom. My mom wants to see all the videos.
I was going to ask if it was your mom or your sister.
Yeah. My mom called me today, and let me tell you something. I'm very excited because my mom said to me that she saw me recently on a Killer Carp video. And Killer Carp is a friend of mine. He lives actually not too far from Russ, or when Russ lived in his other house. And she mentioned what I gave him in the video, and I was like, when was this? Like, when did this happen? And so I called Carp and let him know that my mom was watching the video, and he's like, oh, that's a deep cut. That was like one of his third, I think it was the Retro World Expo video. And that was like his third video when he started his YouTube channel. But my mom told me, Russ, get ready for this. My mom wants to go to Retro World Expo and check it out and meet
game hunt
everybody. She wants to meet everybody. She wants to meet Rick again. She wants to meet Aaron, Chris. She wants to meet all of us.
There we go.
About the people you're hanging out with, the riff.
That's it. It's actually
She just wants to get there and maybe try
to intervention.
Adjust your path a little bit, right? She's concerned. It's understandable.
Right.
I'm concerned as well.
Well, hopefully we can have Keith
and bring her in, Russ. Let's have this intervention now.
Roll it.
Let's go.
Nice. That sums up what basically what we're doing. Let's get to the next segment.
We'd like to thank this week's sponsor, Manny's Arcade. More on them later in the episode.
All right, we're going to jump over to our weekly rental, our Warp Pipe rental for the week. This week we rented one on the Master System that I honestly thought was going to be a little different than it is when I started playing it. So let's check that one out. We encourage you to join us with our weekly rentals. We'll tell you which ones we're going to rent later on for next week. Go ahead, Russ.
Let's head to the video store, grab a game for the weekend. We have the box art and description to guide us when we're choosing what game to rent. So grab your rental card, because this is the Warp Pipe Rental.
What game you rent for the weekend?
All right, so this week we ended up hitting the shop up and renting Ghostbusters on the SEGA Master System, which sucked.
It's definitely not what I was expecting. I'll tell you that much. When we were talking about this, I was thinking this was going to be like the PAL version.
Not the PAL version. It's Ghostbusters 2. That's the best one. Guys, for.
I'm sorry.
This is basically a better, I would say a little bit better NES version, right? Yeah. It looks a little better, but plays exactly the same.
And when we're talking a little better,
so we had it confused. I had it confused.
Yeah.
I will take blame for making you guys suffer through this, because I don't know if we've done the original NES version on a
we have
we?
I'm sure we have. And as I was playing this, I was like, this seems super familiar. And I was like, oh, wait, it's because it's the NES version, just
it's
with
the same game.
4 more pixels. It's like it, right?
I think it also came out on the Commodore 64 in the similar gameplay as well, but less pixels. But
it sounds like this is the best version of this version.
Right.
What I kind of when I was looking at it. So
it's got your driving section right here, basically, and then you get to your location, and now you're busting the ghost and trapping them in your traps, and you have to, purchase new ghost traps or purchase stuff for the car, and then you have your overworld map screen here. So
I think the version that I was thinking about was the Sega Genesis version.
Okay.
Because I looked up some gameplay of that one, and that one seemed like the characters actually looked like characters. Might have been like a platformer type thing. I'm not 100% sure because I have not played it, but maybe that's for.
Well, we can save it for October, right? More fitting.
For October, right? I'll say this: there is one part that I actually was pretty impressed with, and that is, Russ, if you pull up the game footage, go down about when they're about to go into the building.
Like at the end?
There's a scene where you have to go up against Stay Puft Marshmallow Man to get into the building. Right here. This was pretty fun.
It's so cheesy.
I understand that.
Is he on a trampoline?
It's right. It's pretty funny. But you had to literally go around him.
You just run past him. You don't even fight him.
Yeah. But it's funny because you each one of them have to go in.
Oh yeah. You got to get each guy.
Yeah. You get 2 or 3 have to go through before you get into a better version of the NES stairwell.
And then of course you have to do the stairwell again. But it is a better version. You are correct. It's not as
other than they're throwing plates at you.
Now in the NES version, correct me if I'm wrong, could you not shoot at the ghosts?
Maybe, but all your 3 guys were tethered together, and then you had to jam on the A button to get them to move up the stairs. So you need a turbo just to use that, basically.
So this one was a little bit more tolerable.
Yeah.
But
other than I don't understand why there's parakeets throwing plates at me in the stairwell. all the ghosts, I'm like, what is that?
Yeah. I mean, Slimer obviously, but the yellow ones, they're like,
Yeah.
Bananas?
Like bananas. Yeah.
Right? Is this Adventure Time? Like, what is this?
And then you got Zool, and the terror dogs are there. So, you know, I mean, let's give it a little bit of credit. It is better than the NES.
I would have been more happy had I rented this over the NES version. I think the weekend would have turned out a little bit better. And, you know, you got it for 3 days. If you can't figure it out on Friday, maybe by Saturday, you're like, okay, I know what to do with this. We can beat this game, and you're just ready to hand it back.
But now,
that
wait a
Sunday.
minute. Go back to that. Did that say at the bottom? Does that say Gorza?
It does.
The old Gorza.
The old Gorza. I couldn't even get the name right.
Character. Like, talk about games. Like, we should just make a list of games that have misspellings. How does that get past quality control?
That's Gozer's second cousin, third removed. Gorza.
I mean, they couldn't even give us, again, the graphics are a little bit better than Nintendo.
Yes.
They couldn't even give us an actual car to drive around when we're driving the streets, going to the houses and stuff.
Right, it's the sign again, yeah.
Right? Like,
he's talking about this part here.
Just a wee bit of effort there would have been great.
Right.
Just give me.
Well, that's how they had it in the NES version as well, right?
Yeah, they did, exactly. But like, you know, they brought everything up a little bit in this one, but they were stuck with that. They're like, no, we're committed to this.
Yeah. Now in the other,
you don't even need to go to the houses. You can.
But I think what's cool about this one though is I don't think in the NES version you had the gatekeeper and the keymaster walking around.
No,
I don't think so. No. So yeah,
and I think you can't go into the building until they go into the building.
That I don't know.
So I think that in itself is also an upgrade. I mean, look, I'm not saying it's a good game. All I'm saying is that at least it's better than the NES version, and they got certain things right where the other game missed. And if I was a kid playing this game versus the NES version, I would have been more satisfied because first off, we're in the 80s. When did this game come out? Like, is there copyright on
87.
that? 87. The movie came out in 84.
Yeah.
Yep. And the fact that the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper are in the game,
right,
is pretty cool. The fact that they meet up at the building, and I don't think you can go into the building until they go in. I think it just makes it for a better story as opposed to, I don't know, the other one you were just kind of going after Gozer, I guess, you know?
Right.
So listen, it is what it is.
It's what it is.
We it's not the best like we thought it might have been, but it's definitely better than the NES version.
Look at something here. I'm pretty sure they call you guys give it a rating while I find this in the manual.
The manual of the Master System
actual game. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Russ.
Guess 2 out of 5. I'll go with.
And the music, I believe, is similar to the NES as well.
It's actually a little bit better.
Oh, I do appreciate that the entire title screen was a sing-along.
Oh yeah.
It was an entire
has the bouncing ball
karaoke version of it. Yeah. Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid of ghosts. It's so that in itself was pretty neat. I like that little touch. Because
hold that up
it
for
is
us once you get that rated.
That?
Oh, you sent me something? What?
I shared my screen.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
After we rate it.
What's your rating, Dave?
Give me your rating, Dave.
All right. If I were to rate the NES version at a 2, I got to go at least a 2.5 on this one.
Okay.
Because it can't be the same and it can't be worse. It's a little bit better. So 2.5.
What do you got, Keith?
I'm also 2.5 on this one.
2.5? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Now we are sharing a. Are we sharing a page from the manual?
So this is from the manual. So it's cool
Okay.
they've got the extra characters roaming around, right? We've got the roamers or the ghosts. We've got Slimers, which again, they had, not bad version of Slimer. We all saw the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man jumping around. And then we've got the Master of the Key and the Gatekeeper.
The old Master of the
Couldn't
Key.
even stick the landing there, right?
Now wait, I found another error here.
Is Zool spelled wrong too?
Zule, and in the game it's Zuul.
Yeah.
Zool.
So if you look at the
Yeah.
game, Zu, and now it still
Gorza
says
is here.
Gorza here though. So could they maybe not get the rights to Gozer?
I mean, could be translation, right?
Could
Something.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's what I wanted to. The manual. Without the manual, you were not having a great time with this game because you wouldn't understand some of the stuff you need to do, right? And the buttons to do the things. So
Yeah.
I'm really gonna want you have the manual. But yeah, I knew that was in there, right? When you said the Keymaster, I was like, wait a minute.
So the proper spelling of Zool is Zuul.
Perfect.
So in the manual, they got the manual wrong. So
Is what it is.
it's a game.
What do we get into next week then? A better game?
So yeah, a little bit better. I think so. It is a port, I believe, right, Russ? Is this a port?
I don't know if I played the NES version of
Is
this.
this an arcade port? You know what? We're
I'm
gonna
look
find
up.
out.
Yeah.
It's Terminator 2 Judgment Day on the NES. I don't think I've ever played this
judge
one.
it.
We are going to judge it next week.
Judgment Day for Terminator 2.
So get ready. And it's going to tie in very nicely with our topic next week. So
Do you want me to spoil it? What kind of game it is? I'm jumping ahead here.
Well, yeah, why not? We make our own rules here.
Well, so it would have been called Terminator 2, the arcade game, if you're thinking of the shooter. So this is a platformer style game.
Okay. So it is not the port of the arcade.
Right. They do have, I don't know if it's on NES. I know they have it on Game Boy, and I think they have it on Super Nintendo, the arcade game, and Sega Genesis.
Which is a shooter that has a blaster.
Right. But you use the controller. I don't know if it has support for
I'm saying the actual arcade game is a...
Right. Yeah. The shooter style game with Uzis.
With the Uzis.
Yeah.
Red ones,
that's
right?
OOZIES. Right? I don't know.
So we'll see how this one goes, if it's any better. Terminator 2 Judgment Day on Nintendo. Play along with us and let us know if you guys enjoyed the game or not, or if it was a disappointment.
All right, so with that, we are going to do another round of sound check. This one's got a cool, fun theme going along with the arcade theme. So
Perfect.
Hit it, Russ.
Check. 1, 2.
Perfect.
So here's the deal, guys. So I saw that we were doing Terminator 2, and got me thinking about, is it, and this was the question we just asked, was it an arcade port? Well, I was thinking about it. So this week's retro game sound check are games that are arcade ports to the Sega system.
Okay.
I think they are all Sega Genesis. I'm pretty sure they are all on Sega Genesis.
But they are you guys got too many last time.
They are all arcade ports. Okay? So that should narrow it down. You guys ready for number 1?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Terminator 2.
Go.
Oh.
Any guesses?
Nope.
This I thought was the easy one.
It's got that Sega feel for sure.
you think of the publisher based on the sound of music?
No.
Okay. I'll give you the publisher. It's Acclaim.
I can't even get a feel for what the game could be. It's very. I feel like it's not an action game. I feel it's too chill.
It is not an action game. You are correct.
I got nothing. I don't know.
Keith, anything?
No. Right when you say Acclaim, I'm thinking Mortal Kombat, but
It does kind of sound like, now that you mention it, like an Acclaim has a sound, right? NBA Jam.
Okay, I can feel it. Yeah.
So I did not give you the theme song. I gave you the track that plays while you're playing the game.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Maybe the select screen or something.
Because
yeah.
I thought that the select screen or the title screen was going to be a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
But you don't really notice it when you're playing the game. But
right, because everything's talking, you get sound effects.
Right,
yep.
Right. So that is NBA Jam. So
all right. It's a jam.
Yep. So where's your sorry guys. All right. So we got number 2, another arcade port on the Sega Genesis.
Mm.
Can you guys hear it in your headphones? It's like in stereo.
It popped up, Brad. Down with bad health.
What's happening?
I'm just getting down with this bad health.
I'm getting Penny into it.
Turn his hat around backwards. Crazy happening over there.
You guys got any ideas?
Nothing.
Cruising USA.
Not too bad.
That is Lethal Enforcers.
Oh yeah. Okay. Little shooter.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. All right.
Yeah. Straight across.
I think you should get the next 2. I really do.
Dog?
I really
Terminator 2.
I really think you guys should get this. Okay, here's number 3. I hope you guys can get this.
I definitely know this.
Arcade for Sega Genesis.
Nothing's ringing a bell. It sounds familiar.
Miss
Keep gotta guess.
Pac-Man, possibly? Streets of Rage. The first one?
I feel like it could be in that genre.
Nothing, guys?
I'm guessing Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage isn't a port from the arcade.
I don't know.
Guys, that is a classic. That is Golden Axe.
Nice.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry, guys. 0 for 3.
Definitely didn't feel like Golden Axe.
You guys
should
for sure get this one. Please do not disappoint me on this one.
Alter Beast.
Ross.
Rise from your grave.
Right. Play it out a little bit. I mean, this is probably, if you're thinking of any port that made it to a console, especially like a Genesis, I feel like this is the one that you think of. This is probably one of the first, in my opinion, the first that I remember being ported over to a Sega Genesis. Because the box art is still that old style black box too.
Yeah.
As Sega Genesis did. So there you go. I'm glad that you guys got that. I'm sorry, Steve.
Never would have got any of them.
We'll get you on the next one.
Right, Miss Pac-Man.
I'm working on a few things for future episodes that involve movies. And we're going to switch it up a little bit from quotes. We're going to figure it out. I'm still working out the kinks. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that.
All right, we're going to jump over to Rad or Bogus this week. We're each going to pick a topic, an item, something or someone, and we're going to decide if they're rad or if they are bogus. One stays with us, the other one vanishes from eternity. Let's check it out, Russ.
Bogus.
Welcome back.
You guys didn't see anything. You guys didn't see anything.
He's like, let me just take a quick run over here.
Walk. Okay.
Getting hungry.
Who wants to go first?
Well,
I haven't chose one.
All right. I'll go first. Okay. I'm bringing it back to lunch. We're gonna talk about food. Russ talks about food an awful lot. I figured maybe I should talk about food sometimes.
Bring up some food. What do you got?
I'm going to bring up some foods. I'm going to specifically talk about lunch and going to school. So my question is, guys, are we brown bagging it?
Okay. With my custom bags?
Or are we bringing a lunchbox with us?
Bringing a lunchbox.
What are we doing?
Like a cool plastic one.
What's
or no brainer.
Is it a no brainer?
If I'm picking between the two, I am 1,000% bringing a lunch pail.
Yeah?
Of any version over brown bagging it.
Would you bring this hot pink one?
Heck, yes, I would.
I feel like they should have went purple.
Well, they also have a blue version.
Oh, okay.
They have a boy version and a
girl version.
But this one just looks so much cooler. Let's face it. I think I have another one right here, actually.
My Pet Monster?
Not My Pet Monster.
I got G.I. Joe, and I think I had He-Man at one point.
But they were like Ninja Turtles
on the front. They were like the clamshell ones with two clasps on the front. Did you guys have those ones?
Clamshells with the two.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They had like the two plastic.
I have a McDonald's. Somehow I got it's like a McDonald's box, and it has that.
I've got one for you guys.
Is it a lunchbox or just a container?
No, it's a lunchbox.
It's a lunchbox. Here we go.
It's called the Monster Box.
All right.
Check this baby out.
Oh, is that new?
Ooh.
No, this is vintage. This is like
I've never seen those.
It's called the creature features.
Yeah, looks like a tackle box.
They basically reference this as like a My Pet Monster lunchbox, but it is not. It is just My Pet Monster adjacent. And it's got these two little fangs here you pop up.
Oh, okay.
You open it up. Now the coolest thing is it's got a little
I'm like, what's in that compartment? Yeah.
You ready? Did you hear it?
Yeah, a little scream.
So that is these are very, very, very desirable with toy collectors now. They make two versions that I know about. They have the pink one and they have a green one. I do not have the green one. There is also, if you look at the box art on the back, apparently there's a blue one, but no one has ever seen it before. So as far as we know, that there's only 2 of these, the green one and the pink one.
Gotcha.
So the pink one is way more expensive, but I just think it looks a lot cooler. But how cool is this? You rolling up to school with one of these?
The only downside I see, can't fit a whole lot in it, right?
No, you can't. No, you can't.
It's gonna be
You get a sandwich in there and whatnot, but
B&J in there.
Yeah.
Juice box.
I mean, you can't. Yeah.
Well,
you probably have to put a juice box.
I mean, it does have a little cutout, so it can have a taller item. So it's a juice box standing up. You kind of get that with the little cutout, but
yeah,
and they're kids. They don't need to eat a lot, right?
I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like I don't remember this. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, I'd never seen it before until you brought it out. It was either the plastic lunch boxes, or I had like the reusable that looked like a brown bag, but it was a colored bag, and it was like you roll it down.
Yeah. So
all right, I shared my screen again, boys.
All right,
what do we got?
This is what I'm talking about here.
Yes, I do remember those.
Oh,
lashes on the front.
Yeah,
I think I remember that. Wow. Okay.
I don't think I had one of those though.
Yeah,
does not look.
That's what I remember having.
Yeah.
They're not like a Canadian thing, right? It's not a.
It might be. I'm not sure.
Well, it says 88 of the best 80s lunch boxes on Pinterest.
That's what jumped me right away. I remember having those and loving them.
The pink one down there.
Yeah,
that one's a little different too. Is that a Popples? Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
Popples.
Oh, I have that one too.
Is that ET?
Where's my ET? No, my
one more over next to the pink.
No, the Gremlins.
Oh, is it Gremlins? Yeah.
Where is it?
And that looks like a metal one.
It is a metal one. I have it somewhere in this room.
Like this one, you're doing damage to the bully. This one, it's just gonna pop open and your sandwich is gonna fall on the ground.
Guys, is it bad that I don't even know where it is?
Can't find it in the
game room. No, we're not surprised.
What is happening? Like, why do I not know where this lunchbox is? Oh wow, that's gonna drive me nuts. What am I doing with my life? Wow, I just got it.
I'm lunchboxing. Russ, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm lunchboxing.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say just a lunchbox. So you get to show off your favorite property and then bring in some lunch too with you.
Yeah.
Right until you're
still looking for a good
bag in it.
I'm still looking for a good condition. They make 2 versions of Madball ones I'm looking for.
I'm
looking for those ones. So if anyone's watching and you know where I can find them, then let me know, please.
What do you got, Keith?
All right, we're going to go movies for me. We're going to go, my sticky note says, Princess Bride versus Willow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen Willow in quite some time. I did a goal of mine was to play through the Willow NES game this year, so we have done that. I remember enjoying that back in the day, but I haven't watched the movie to get me up to date on that, but probably the same time of watching Princess Bride. Or he's getting the Princess Bride VHS. I don't know.
I found my lunchbox.
Whoa, Turbo.
There it is.
Took
a bully with it.
And it was literally sitting right here on the top shelf.
Top shelf in
arm's length. So
all right, now that you've got a snack.
Got my snack.
Princess Bride versus Willow. What are you thinking?
I mean, for me personally, like if I'm going for like pure nostalgia factor, I'm probably watching Princess Bride a lot more than I was watching Willow.
A lot more quotes to that one, I want to say. Yeah. I do like
storm in the castle.
Right.
Mowage. Mowage.
I feel like that one, it plays a more comedic adventure than there's not too much. There's a little bit of comedy in Willow, but not so much. So I feel like maybe as a kid watching Princess Bride, I probably had more fun with that than Willow. So going back to it, I guess what happens if we take one out though, we're not getting a Willow game or a Willow arcade game.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get any games for. Right, I didn't even get to see that, the series that came out recently.
I don't think
Princess Bride didn't get any video games, but we wouldn't
That
have
would have
the
been
quote.
cool though.
I feel like, yeah, I wonder if
It could have been cool, yeah.
There could have been some cool little aspects to that for sure.
Yeah, especially going through the swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been rad. Or climbing up the mountain.
right.
Trying to
Yeah.
swap the drinks.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a mini game.
Right.
That's a mini game. Yeah, that'd be cool. Wow.
Right.
That's
Could've been
a
a
topic,
really
guys.
good
Movies
one.
that should have been video games.
Did we do that already?
No, we didn't do movies. We did toys.
Have they?
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Princess Bride would be a good one.
I don't think that word means what you think that it means. There's so many good ones.
It's a good one.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You have killed my father. Prepare to die.
Now it's 6 fingers.
Yep. And then
So what are we
Andre the
picking
Giant.
here? Right?
Anybody want a peanut?
I feel like I gotta pick Willow just to keep the games alive, even though because
Did we do figures for Princess Bride?
right, I feel like there's no merchandise or extra stuff for Princess Bride. Like it holds itself as a movie, but it going away, we just lose it as a movie. Willow going away, we lose action figures, video games, a series. Like definitely a lot more involved in getting rid of that.
I mean, the action figures were just metal figures, like little. Did you guys have any?
I don't think so.
They were like these little figures, like this big, and they were just metal. They were die-cast metal figures.
Yeah.
Good,
like
good for
little
board
stands.
games.
Yeah.
Have them play Warhammer with you.
Put them in your D&D campaign.
A little D&D
Yeah, or
campaign.
D&D. Makes sense.
I just kicked the monster box. Did that pick up on audio?
Yes. And now you're cursed.
Danhausen's on me. Most of the listeners might get that reference. Yeah, I'm still going Princess Bride because I would rather watch that movie than to watch or to worry about because the toys weren't that great. And
the NES
I'm
game
going
is cool.
Princess Bride.
Russ is right there.
The NES
game
game
is cool.
Yeah.
But I think I've watched Willow a couple of times ever. It's a great movie. I love it. But I feel like The Princess Bride there was a time when it was like, you're at that age, you're like, this is hilarious. I have to watch it. You watch it numerous times. So I'm going to keep that in my life because you start to get into that comedy and all the ha-ha in your life. That's a great one to watch. So I'm keeping The Princess Bride.
Keith?
Yes.
As you wish.
Thank you. I don't remember what he replies with.
I don't think there was a reply. I think he just says "as you wish."
You're right. He probably does.
And it's got Fred Savage in it,
right?
And Andre the Giant.
Isn't he playing Game Boy in it too when his grandfather comes over?
Probably. That makes that. Yeah, seems right. What do you got for us, Russ?
All right. I'm going to add some stipulations and we'll keep it simple with this here.
Perfect.
We got to keep it simple, but we'll add some stipulations.
All right. So I did just go to the movies to see Mortal Kombat 2. And we have Street Fighter also coming out. So I'm going to say the original Mortal Kombat movie versus Street Fighter, the original movie. Just talking movies. If one goes away, we still have the video games and all that. I just want to put movie to movie of what you guys prefer over that.
So you're talking about the Van Damme movie.
And
the original Mortal
Kombat with what's his name from Highlander as Raiden.
And the tech you're mine. Like that scene, remember when he does that?
The killer intro music.
Yeah, right. I think this one is easy for me. I'm going that original Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah.
I think that movie was just what was the year on both of those movies? Do you know? Was this
Probably
were
like
they around this?
94.
I feel like Street Fighter was first, and maybe Mortal Kombat was like 96,
I think you're
97?
right.
Let's see. Mortal Kombat 95
Okay.
and Street Fighter 90s 94.
Okay.
So a year
a
apart.
little-
You're
yeah,
apart.
not too far. Yeah, I think maybe the producers of Mortal Kombat probably watched that Street Fighter movie and learned what not to do.
Oh yeah, right. Possibly.
I think that the Mortal Kombat movie was just I think also at the time I would have been 15,
Okay.
and I think of that like more edgy, oh, it's Mortal Kombat movie. There's going to be like blood. There's going to be like special effects. There's going to be like all this other stuff, as opposed to like a story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As opposed,
They definitely went a different direction with the Street Fighter, and I feel like with the new one coming out, I feel like it's a corrected path where it looks over the top and there's a lot of fighting. It looks like they're just going fight to fight. Obviously, there'll be a story involved in there, but we didn't get so many fights in the Street Fighter movie growing up that we wanted
I feel
to
like
see.
the Street Fighter
Action
movie
adventure.
was,
Right.
yeah, it was more story driven as opposed to the Mortal Kombat. I will tell you that new Mortal Kombat movie, I'm sorry, the new Street Fighter movie that's coming out,
Yeah.
it looks like garbage.
Oh, okay.
That's a hot
Did
take,
not-
man. It doesn't look good. I think it's gonna be a
Heard it
hot
here
mess.
first, folks.
We'll see how it goes compared to the Mortal Kombat.
I think the casting's wrong. I think there's a lot of things that's wrong with it.
We'll see with the casting. I mean, maybe that helps pull people in because they do have a lot of people in there.
Yeah. What do you got, Keith?
I'm going Mortal Kombat. If we're movie for movie, no other, we're just putting them against each other. Mortal Kombat is more of a fighting movie based off the game. And Street Fighter is, again, more of story-driven adventure action movie. So I'm going to pick Mortal Kombat because that's what I was looking for in it. I wasn't looking for a big long story.
Right. Yeah.
We're not winning Oscar awards for these movies.
No. On something that those kids are going to want to get their parents to go and watch. So
right.
And then I'm with you guys 3 for 3 on that. Got to be the Mortal Kombat movie. Street Fighter certainly has its moments, and it's that almost like bad it's good situation going on, but I just have a better time with the Mortal Kombat.
I mean, how about that scene with Scorpion?
So classic, yeah, absolutely.
With his like daggers or whatever you call them, just going all
the start with Sub-Zero, where the fighter's like does this little thing and then Sub-Zero freezes him, right? He breaks.
Yeah. Well, that being said, was the new Mortal Kombat movie any good?
So they took a little bit to get going with the story and everything until we got some fighting going on, but some of the fights were really good. Everyone says Kung Lao versus Liu Kang was like top-notch fight, and they had some fatalities and they had some throwbacks to the stages you'll see from Mortal Kombat 2. You're like, oh, there's that stage, there's this. So I think it's a watch for sure. What's that?
They have friendships, babalities.
The friendships are the best.
No.
I always like the friendships with what's the guy's name? Was it Barrack?
Baraka.
Yeah. Just seeing him do a friendship was money well spent.
He's in this movie here, and he's got a pretty good character for sure.
Cool.
So
yeah, sweet.
That's it. Rad or bogus, baby? All right, we're going to jump to a commercial break real quick, and then we're going to get into our main topic and hear from our show sponsor. We'll be right back.
What do we have here?
It's Castle Grayskull.
And it's mine.
Not so fast, Beastman.
He-Man!
You can pit He-Man against Beastman, playing for the power of Castle Grayskull. You have to put the castle together.
Beastman's escaping.
The throne, Dad. Dad, you saved the castle.
Castle Grayskull from the Masters of the Universe collection. He-Man and Beastman, each sold separately, from Mattel.
Thunder, 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 thunder.
Thundercat Cat Flare. Will Cat Flare's electronic laser beam destroy the mutant vehicle? Direct laser hit. Cat Flare's doors are blown open.
Get him! Fire! Retreat!
Cat Flare defeats the mutant vehicle. Cat Flare, complete with mutant vehicle figure, sold separately from LJX.
I got it! Wow!
Here it is, the USS Flag aircraft carrier. Imagine being on the deck of this aircraft carrier.
The USS Flag is fantastic! It's so big! Forward there! Get ready to launch aircraft! Where's the Admiral? Not here!
G.I.
Fire! He's got Cobra! Go!
USS Flag aircraft carrier comes with what you see here. Other figures and equipment sold separately.
Manny's Arcade has what you need: retro game magazines, controllers and accessories, even VHS tapes of classic movies from the 80s and 90s. And of course, he has a wide selection of retro and modern video games: Sega Genesis, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, and more. Check out Manny's Arcade and use code TheWeeklyWarpipe to save 15% off your order today.
The Terrordrome. That's the one I was thinking of.
The Terrordrome. So I gave you a little taste of some of the ones we'll be talking about. But
can I say, how accurate is the scale size of those kids to that USS Flag?
You can't even comprehend how big it is with their commercial that they show you, because
they've seen it in person. Have you guys either owned it or have seen it
once?
No,
once in a store window, and it was huge.
God. It is like, I just saw one in setup complete in Indiana, I think I was in, and yeah, dude, that thing's like close to 8 feet long. Like, think about the shit. Like, think about the aircraft vehicles.
Yeah.
Like, how big those are.
Right.
Like, look how big they are on that USS Flag.
It's the holy grail of all 80s and 90s playsets.
Yep. Topic over. Let's move on.
Right? That's all we need to talk about.
It's seriously crazy.
So we're going to start with the big one, which is, again...
Yeah, it's all downhill from here.
Ridiculous, right?
Yeah. That was 1985.
Okay.
I don't know what the retail price was, but 7-foot long aircraft carrier. Where do you even put that?
I mean, you need a basement playroom, right? It's not going to fit in your bedroom.
Build your house around it.
Build your house around it.
Right? If we're talking like last week about game rooms, make your game room so you can put the USS Flag in it.
It's insane, the size of that thing. And the box is, I mean, you've seen the size of the box. The box is like, oh, there's actually a picture right all the way to the left, Russ, of it compared to the box. Yeah. Like, insane. Insane.
This is one I would love to own.
Where would you put it?
I don't even know why. I don't know. Not in this house. I'd have to build a house around it. But I would love to own that. It is so...
I mean, you have to have at least a few ships already, because then if you get that and you have no ships, you're like, what are you doing with this playset? You can't play with it.
Collecting so many G.I. Joes.
Those ships are not small.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, those are good
planes?
sized jets that you're buying. And then the fact that they are not even like a quarter of the size of that USS Flag is insane.
Like,
so I
if
mean,
I got something like this, it would open that rabbit. We talked about it at Toy Federation when we were there. We were talking about collecting G.I. Joes and stuff. And I told you, David, I was like, I don't want to end up in that rabbit hole because then I want this, I want that, I want that, all these ones. This would start the rabbit hole, and it would be amazing, I think.
And I think that that's the other thing too about toy collecting as a whole right now is like there's a lot of things that I see at shows like G.I. Joe's, Star Wars. If you guys watch my one of my last videos that I did, the hotel sale, there was just a room full of Star Wars. We're talking like on the two beds. The guy brought in shelves, floor to ceiling, the TV table, like packed with Star Wars. And I literally say, like, this is why I don't get into Star Wars. Because it's just, first off, where do you begin? Where does it end? And then you got all the modern stuff too. You know what I mean? So like there's like how far does it go? And the same thing I feel is the same with G.I. Joe. And like just those play sets alone too. Oh yeah, My Pet Monster. Well, those guys just sitting there. But yeah, I just like the amount of figures there are and the amount of, at least the My Pet Monsters, man, there's like 2 My Pet Monsters and there's 3, technically 5 pets.
1,
and then
2,
like
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's only 3, David.
This is the 2001. This is a modern. This is there's only 19 of these that exist. There's listen, man, My Pet Monster. We can have a whole topic on this bad boy right here.
I'm no better here with you.
Yeah, but these big toy playsets. Now, Russ, you had some G.I. Joe, right?
Yeah.
Did you have any of the playsets?
No, just vehicles.
Okay. So what's the vehicle that you remember?
I had one that would do. I have the Dreadnought, maroon and blue, like roadster looking thing, car. Yeah, which I still have it. It's packed away.
What was it called?
I'll look it up. I think I'm saying it right. Dreadnoughts, right?
Dreadnought. It had the rubbery bullets for that front gun on it, like an engine there.
This guy here,
Thunder Machine.
So yeah, I enjoyed that one there. Yeah, the Thunder Machine.
I'll feel say that there was one G.I. Joe vehicle that I actually did like, and I thought it was a cool concept. I forget I don't know the name of it, so don't beat me up on that. But it was literally just like a truck that had like kind of like the canvas. It wasn't canvas, but it was plastic. But it was almost like the canvas top.
Yeah, I had that too.
And you would store the figures in it.
Yeah, they could ride along in it, right into battle and have them jump out.
I thought that vehicle itself was pretty cool to me because it was like, oh, I could put my figures in there if I had them. But I don't know. As a kid, I really liked the design of it for some reason, even though it was so simple. Because it looked more like a carrying case versus like it had more uses than just just the one.
Like the G.I. Joe vehicles that we saw throughout the line, those were like little play sets of their own almost, right?
Yeah.
Because you had stuff like that. And that brings us to like why this whole topic is kind of special for all of us. Because those play sets, they created a world for us kids, right? Like we had figures, but then you're talking about the vehicles and the fighter jets or the car that Russ just showed us. That starts to build that world out for those toys for us. So as a kid, we not only had the figures, but now we're building that world. And then it gets into these big play sets like the USS Flag, or when we look at He-Man, the castles and stuff like that, or what we saw in the commercial break there with the Thundercats base.
Yeah.
Kind of starts to make us feel like we were a part of that world. We weren't just playing with the figures. We were actually building that world as we were getting these toys. So I think that's what these play sets really create. And I think that's what a lot of those vehicles start to do for you. Because not all of us could afford the USS Flag, right? Or even had the space for something like that.
Right.
Speaking of space,
right?
The spaceship. Might as well
when we do it.
Throw this in here with the G.I. Joe Crusader Space Shuttle. Another massive, you can see a kid next to it.
Oh my God.
This came in one time to Retro Games Plus when I worked there, and it is huge. I mean, it has this little essentially case, so you can drive it right like this, like it's flat.
Yeah.
Or you stand it up, right, and it's ready for launch, and then it opens up, and you have like places where you can store G.I. Joes. Plus, you have the two pieces that would essentially come off of each other here. I don't know if they have. Yeah, so this is like, one of the ships separate to it.
And that's just smart marketing towards grown-ups too and parents, because they're like, oh, it's this big playset, but you could store your figures in there.
Yeah.
Right. And on the back here, so it shows. Right? Yeah.
My God, look how huge that thing is. Jesus.
It's amazing.
I just don't make play sets like this. I know we're going to sound old and cliche about saying that, but they do not make play sets like this anymore.
No.
I guess it's a big gamble because it costs, I'm sure, a ton to create that and then produce it. And then because it's so big, it's at a premium.
How many sell?
Right. Nowadays, like, who's buying $300 play sets for their kids or whatever?
Yeah.
Right. I wouldn't even spend $150 on that Mario Kart Hot Wheels playset, the Rainbow Road.
Right.
And that thing was huge too. And it was $150 when it came out for retail. So do we want to talk about some other ones that are...
Yeah, and those are the two big G.I. Joe. We'll move on from that.
Big G.I. Joes?
So I've got a whole bunch of them, but let's go with... So we'll kind of group this together. Keith was brought up, and Russ, you as well, with the commercial. Let's talk about He-Man. The He-Man movie's coming out. There's a resurgence. I was just at Target today. There's new He-Man playsets coming out as well as figures. We got Castle Grayskull in 1982. In 1984, we had Snake Mountain. And then we also had a few years later, we had the Fright Zone. And then...
Can't forget the Fright Zone.
Let's not forget the biggest one of them all. Eternia.
Right.
And Russ, you saw the Eternia one when we went to Imperial Castle.
Yeah.
He had it set up.
I can't even spell it. How do you spell Eternia?
Get it close.
E-R.
There you go. It's right there.
Yeah, there you go. So there's the Eternia playset. And the Eternia playset was also... That's the Origins version. So they did re-release it.
Okay.
And that looks like that's the original right there.
That is the original, yeah.
Yeah. And that thing is just, look, it's got its own little car that kind of goes up the line there. Yeah, just the picture, like you could, so you could see the size of He-Man and Ram-Man and
right.
And you could see how big it is in comparison. Now, granted, it's not as big as the USS Flag, but it takes up a lot of space, not only wide, but tall. Look at the size of Dan in that photo.
Look at the size of Castle Grayskull compared to it, right?
Right. It's almost twice the height.
It's crazy, the size of that. That's insane. I was always a fan. I never got it. I did pick one up recently because I got a really good price on it, but Snake Mountain.
Yeah.
Snake Mountain was great because it was also electronic. They had the microphone with the snake. And the appeal to that was just pure. I mean, it's the bad guy's playset. Yeah.
Right.
Now the Castle Grayskull just kind of opened up, right?
Yep.
But this one had the gates. It had the bridge on the front. It had
it attached together. Yeah.
It had chains that hung from it, so you can actually like chain up your characters. It had the moving snake.
It had the puppet.
No, the puppet was Fright Zone.
Oh, it was Fright Zone. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So
I saw
This had the
I thought of
microphone.
that.
Yeah, so there's the microphone, and then the
that cool
snake
that would turn.
go around. You got the gate at the top that opens up, and then look, the staircase that follows all the way to the top.
Like even just the detail in that gate, like the
Yeah.
mold for that gate with that wolf head on it. That's
Right.
super cool looking, right?
Right.
And the microphone to
eh,
change your voice.
Yep. And then the third one that we were talking about is Fright Zone. Fright Zone was for the Horde. So that was basically Hordak's
Did
playset.
She-Ra get
She-Ra, yes.
castle?
The Princess of Power was Crystal Falls. So that is, if you zoom in on that right there, that's the Fright Zone.
It's not.
That is not the puppet that comes with it, though.
No.
That
I'm
is
like,
not
wait
the
a
puppet.
minute.
Yeah, that is
The
not the
puppet
puppet.
was so cool. There's one of the puppet
Well,
down.
there's the box. So now that version right
the
there
middle
that
row
Russ
there.
is showing, that's actually the re-release, and they made the puppet into an actual figure,
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Okay, so I got to find a vintage. Here we
which is
go.
a super cool figure.
yeah.
There's the puppet. And the puppet is very hard to find. But that's the Fright
Nice.
Zone. So basically that's the jail where, the Horde would put you. There's Hordak on the top.
And the tree would close. There's things underneath, and the tree would close. You could catch characters in the
Yep.
tree.
Gotcha.
Now this was a lot smaller of a
Yeah,
playset
almost
in
like a mini.
comparison. Yeah. You could see it just with the comparison of the character sizes, right?
Honestly,
Right,
my
I
right.
do
favorite of the
like
three.
I do like the new one just because it came with, instead of the puppet. That I've seen that actual creature that they came out with. It wasn't a
Right.
snake. But it was just this, yeah, it has a really cool mold, a really cool design. I saw one at Retrofest, and unfortunately the seller was not selling just the figure itself. He just had it on there for display. But it's super cool. I mean, if people know me, they know that I'm a Horde trooper, like Horde guy with all the villains and stuff. And the Horde ties into what Keith was just saying, the Princess of Power, which is the She-Ra series. And that was Crystal Falls. So Crystal Falls is basically the female Castle Grayskull, for She-Ra. So you can pull that up. Lots of pinks and bright colors, and it's about the same size as Castle Grayskull.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think I ever seen this one before.
Yeah. So I see that quite a bit when we go to shops. It's a very cool one.
Not something that jumps out at me because wouldn't know what it was, right? So it's what I'd walk past in a store.
Yeah. But the box art, I mean, can we talk about the appeal of just the box art on all of these? The Snake Mountain, and everything. Yeah, there it is. The Princess of Power.
$9
Falls.
at Kmart.
No kidding. Pretty cool. So there's that one. And then there's also and then one of my favorites from He-Man, 1986 Slime Pit.
Yeah.
Which they just released a new version.
Oh, okay.
So
like for the new movie?
No, I think it's just part of it's not for the movie. It's just part of like the re-releases of the retro stuff. So the original Slime Pit had the claw that came up. And this is another Horde playset. The new one has hands on the sides that come in and grab the character from the sides.
Oh yeah, on the far left there at the top in the sponsored products, you can see it there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There it is. And actually, here we go. Right there.
There it is.
There's a Slime Pit with the original manual.
Mm.
And then the comic.
Nice.
Escape from the Slime Pit.
There we go.
But yeah, you would put your character in there, you would hold him in just like that, and then you put the slime in there and
Blah.
blah. This was my favorite playset that we had because well, you guys might know the story by now about my Castle Grayskull. So the slime pit was one of my favorites because I'm a hoard guy. Like when it comes to the toys for He-Man. So, but yeah, those all of those. I mean, what's like Keith was saying? What's the appeal for me? The appeal on that was like the molds, the artwork. Like it just was larger than life, and it was this whole world that you just got engulfed in. With all these characters, and I think He-Man was just, you know, He-Man was the king of the 80s for me, you know, when it came to these toys and these action figures and play sets. I didn't have as much as like we talked about, but you know, like where was I putting an Eternia set? Like where was that going? Like where was
and it
you
know these play sets, they kind of rewarded, they made it so it was a reward to use your imagination. Like they had like we saw Snake Mountain has the bridge out front that connects on there, you know, the gate for the prison, the creature that comes out of the hole, the snake creature, the tree that closes, your slime pit, right? You're, as kids back then, it was making it so there was things in all these play sets that offered rewards for using your imagination and that play. So I think that was a thing they really did well back then. I feel like nowadays it's not quite the same. And like we were talking about, I don't know how many big play sets they really do, other than these big re-releases that are probably $400, $500 for the new Eternia, the re-release, right?
right.
So, or the new re-release of Castle Grayskull. So,
and there's also a re-release of the what is it? The Cat's Lair.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's super expensive. Russ, did you have any big playsets from any lines?
I mean, Castle Grayskull.
Okay.
I had that. Other than that, I don't think I did. I don't think I had any. I didn't have from any other franchises. Yeah, I think Castle Grayskull was the one large playset that I used.
What about you, Keith? Did you have any playsets?
I did. I had an older cousin. So I ended up with hand-me-down playsets. So I had hand-me-down Castle Grayskull with not all the parts. I didn't have like the throne and stuff like that, but I had most of it. I did get a Snake Mountain brand new for Christmas one year and loved that. I had the Fright Zone, which always thought was cool. And I did have the Thundercats lair, which we're talking about another play set that was cool from that period.
Let's
that was a
talk
super
about
cool
that one. Yeah.
Because it
and
had the head that would turn. Oh, it was, especially as a kid, right? That was the other thing about these play sets.
Yeah.
When you're, you know, knee high to a grasshopper, these things are massive. So like USS Flag was huge, but Castle Grayskull or the Thundercats lair, that's a super big play set too. I always loved that the head would move and you put batteries in it and you could shoot the lasers. You could put your figure on the chair and you could turn that thing and you could shoot the laser out the mouth. Looks like there's one on the second one down on the left there, far left is a good shot.
Oh yeah, look how it opens up.
Oh, this one that was on, yeah.
Yeah. No, not that one. That's definitely a newer version. One over, yeah. That was, I believe that one there is the old school one.
1986 LJN.
The head moves.
I mean, look, guys, you know how big those figures are.
Yeah.
Right.
Those are like 8-inch figures.
1, 2, 3, like maybe 6 Lionos.
Yeah. Like the claws open, the doors would blow open. There's a trap door when you put the figure in the door. Not a lot in the backside, but looked super cool from the front end.
Oh, I actually have a Thundercats figure sitting right here. I mean, you can see like these are big figures.
They are. Such a cool playset. Had really cool features to it. And really made it feel alive. And I believe it came with a little ship that they could ride on that also shot a laser, right? A laser light.
Right, isn't that crazy too? Like these playsets actually came with vehicles.
Yeah.
Like it's not enough that you got an actual playset out of it, but you got some stuff to go with it. Now
super cool.
Keith, do you also remember Mumra's tomb then?
No, that's not one that I had, but I think we see it here. We'll see it right away. Because there was a couple, super cool looking too.
Yeah, so Mumra's tomb actually came with a Mumra figure.
Okay.
And
Oh,
I don't know
right
if you could and what it would do is you would use that figure and Mumra would turn into your other Mumra figure.
Yeah. Put him
Pretty
in
neat.
spin around.
Oh, I don't know what that is. That's
okay.
the Super 7 version.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's the Super 7.
But again, the box art, fantastic. Like, draws you in. Like, that's great.
Yes,
right
it
there.
includes Mumra action figure.
So you would probably have that one, and then you would put your other one in there to be
and then
like,
it would turn, yeah. And this wasn't a big one. I mean, you could see by the size, the door was pretty much the size of the big Mumra figure, the 8-inch or whatever it was. So not as big. It's it's probably the size of a little bigger than the actual figures.
Right.
But it is it's a little wide. I just saw it recently in Chicago. You can come across it pretty easily. And it's just a cool display piece because it has those like statues or whatever on the side, so those are pretty cool.
I feel like that's the big three, right? For
Thundercats, He-Man,
G.I. Joe.
and G.I. Joe for the 80s, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, there is
And then
another one.
Late 80s, we start to.
Well, no, wait a minute. Hold on. Before you get there.
Hold your horses.
1984. Russ. Look up The Hive.
The old Hive.
HYV.
Oh, Sectars.
Yes.
Yes.
You want to talk about big playsets?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And what's cool about this playset, look how big that is.
Right.
What's neat about this playset is it's also a very cool display piece for your figures. So if you just want to have it on a shelf against a wall, you could stack figures on top of it. But this thing, let me see if there's.
I guess they had to make it big enough to fit the flying
had mounts, right?
thing. Yeah.
I mean the Hive playset is remember the figures again, like 8-inch figures. Look how big the figures are compared to that set. It is roughly 32 inches tall when fully assembled.
Gosh.
Yeah. And you know who made this? Coleco.
Nice.
Yeah, this was 19 well, now I got 84, but somebody else Google's telling me it's 85. So between 84 and 85.
Yeah, don't ever remember seeing this thing, but I imagine opening this up on Christmas. The box got to be huge. Either I got a basketball hoop or a playset.
And this one include one of the hand puppets.
Okay.
Oh, you could see it up there. Yeah, if you zoom in on that picture right on top. Or right in the kid's hand, actually.
That's one of the puppets he has here.
So that came with the playset.
Yeah.
Well, you could see like those are decent size.
That puppet is that's a different puppet. If you look at the top in the middle, that Etsy in stock, it says Sectars Hive. That's the puppet there. It's like a glove,
like a hairy glove.
Yeah, that one that we were seeing in that kid's hand was the.
That's not it.
Or no.
Oh, I see. Other ones. I see. Yeah, it says the. Oh, how about this? It includes the hand puppet, a laboratory, a working bridge, a destructo ball, and assault ladders, which are individually about 8.75 inches long.
The old assault ladders.
Just like cardboard, right?
Yeah, here's your back view.
Yeah, the air.
See, and that was what was cool about this playset is it was open on the, like you could set this up against a wall. And so
and
whenever
there's
I
pretty
see it at
figures in
toy
there.
shows,
It's like a
set
diorama.
it up against the wall and set up figures right on top of it, so they have a whole aesthetic look to it.
Yeah.
And designed for the 6-inch to 7-inch Sectars action figures. Crazy. So yeah, the Hive, that is a pricey. There you go.
Right? That's how tall the figures were.
The gate alone, I found the gate. I ended up getting this lot of accessories from a guy. And as I'm going through them, it has a lot of the ladders and gates from the Hive.
Oh,
And after
interesting.
doing some research, the gate alone, close to $50.
Nice.
It's crazy. So the Hive itself is pretty pricey. Another one that I wanted to bring up real quick, we don't have to talk about it for too long, but one playset that has skyrocketed into not only popularity but price, going to toy shows, and everybody's trying to grab one. Dungeons and Dragons, the Fortress of Fangs. Do you guys know about this one?
No.
I believe I've
This is
seen
a
it.
very, very popular one that a lot of toy collectors
Pretty cool box.
It's kind of like a grail piece for people. It's a cool display especially if you're into the monsters. But the Fortress of Fangs, I mean, I wasn't in
a face only a child could love.
I wasn't into Dungeons and Dragons, so I didn't really know about this playset until later, but it's a pretty neat little playset. I mean, it's not something that I'm gonna go out and collect, just because I don't have any nostalgia for it, and I'm not really one to jump on a bandwagon of like, oh, because everyone else has it, I want to get it. But it's a cool looking set. It's a cool looking playset for sure. The box art right there, you could see, pretty sick on the left there, Russ.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Faded one here.
Yeah. Pretty neat. So I just want to bring that one up because that's one that, like, I don't know how much appeal it really had growing up, but it has a big appeal now. From what I'm finding. But also one that I'm sure you guys remember. Not very common. You guys remember the Castle of Lions? Voltron.
No, I remember this.
Yeah, take a look at that one. Now, we remember how big the Voltron was, right? Like, that had to be, what, at least 12 inches? Somewhere around there? It's called the Castle of Lions. That was also from 1984.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Between 83 and 85, it was just the era of playsets. Look at that thing.
Pretty cool.
It is very cool. I'll have to look up the size of that. Was it the castle? That's the Castle of Lions.
Yeah. Fun little place. They got little
even when it's
places for your figures to go in. Yeah. And then here's a.
Yeah, it folds up and everything. Let me see. The Castle of Lions.
There's your box in there. Oh, and you can, and there's the lions sitting in some of the.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Trying to find a size on it. I can't find an actual dimension. But if I do look up the Castle of Lions size, it says that the canon length is never explicitly stated. It is massive enough to house the 328-foot tall Voltron. So I guess Voltron was 328 foot, and this was able to store him. Oh, here it is, right here. It says the playset is roughly 50 by 50 by 60 centimeters. I don't know what that is in
feet or in metric units.
Let me see if there's a conversion rate here.
Keeps grabbing a ruler.
So 50 by 50 by 60.
That's 30 centimeters right there. So
okay.
My head to my neck is 30 centimeters. So if it's 60, then it's huge.
So 60
giant.
centimeters is
There we go.
is roughly 23 and a half or so inches.
Yeah, not too shabby.
So it's a pretty big playset. Yeah, pretty
Now,
crazy.
I feel like we need to talk about 2 franchises before we start to run out of time here, because
Okay,
there's
go
so
for it.
many different playsets we could talk about. David, for you, I think we need to talk about the real Ghostbusters Fire Hall.
Firehouse, yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool playset, right? I had a
Now
friend
that
that had
came out
that.
in. I still have my original one,
Yeah,
and it comes
This
with
is
a
super
containment unit.
cool.
It comes with the pole that you could put the character on, and it spins. It's got the sign. It's got room for the card to go in, the Ecto
Right?
One. It's
Like,
also
that's
got the
thinking.
hole. You got the hole on the top of the roof where you put slime, and the
Okay.
slime comes down and slimes your figures.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
You could
that's
fight Stay
fair
Puff at the top.
You can fight Stay Puff. That was 1986, and what also came out in 1986 to go along with the Firehouse was the Ghost Command Center for the Filmation Ghostbusters.
Ooh,
Oh, right.
Now that is a very, very pricey playset.
I can imagine. Yeah,
It's crazy pricey. There wasn't much to the actual Firehouse though. It was just, tall and slim. I still have my original one, like I said, but I also have my original Ecto one that sits right in there. Yeah,
It's a
that's
good display piece for
probably
sure.
it's
I
a
feel like
great
most kids
display.
probably got that because it didn't take up a lot of space. It probably then was cheaper too, and you can
Mhm.
get a lot of use out of it with your figures.
Yeah, and then being able to include the bonus of like the slime came with a containment unit where you would have the containment unit, and then it would come with a trap.
Hmm.
And in the trap, you could put the ghosts that the figures came with, and then what
Oh,
would
in that.
happen is it would have a little tab on it where you would flip the trap on top of the containment unit. You would line up the little tab, slide it. It would open up the trap,
Containment. Yeah.
drop the figure into the unit, and then the trap would then be empty again. So if you look down all the way to the left right there, you see that red piece?
Right. Whatever this. Yeah. That's
So
the containment unit.
that's the trap that sits on top, and then that's the containment unit.
which is cool.
So
Like that
it's a very cool concept, yes.
details that made it feel real to us kids, right? Like
Yeah.
we can catch the ghosts and put them in the containment unit.
Yeah. So the
That's a
Ghostbusters.
super
Now,
cool
Russ,
thing.
real quick, just look up the Ghost Command Center for the Filmation Ghostbusters. Now that's more of like a house, but it is stupid pricey. Like,
Yeah.
let me look. I'm gonna look one up real quick just to see the estimated value. Ghost Command. You guys remember this at all?
No. Yeah, I barely watched this show.
No, never watched this one.
I mean, the car is super cool. The Ghost Command Center. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to look up. Give me one
Look at
second.
the size of
guys.
that there box.
It's crazy. It's crazy huge. Let me just look up real quick the most expensive one. Let's see what this sold at. So a Filmation Ghostbusters Command Center complete with all the pieces. You ready for this, guys? $2,500.
Whew. Quite the playset.
Now you're talking about maybe $200 to $300 for the real Ghostbusters. That's just how scarce this one was.
Yeah.
And when I say
more
all
kids
the
had
pieces,
the other one.
you see all the pieces with all the arrows and everything.
Right on the house. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So a complete version went for $2,500.
Wow.
So they are stupid expensive, and to come across it complete, extremely rare.
Yeah.
Or with all the stickers intact and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's the appeal? How cool looking is that playset?
Yeah, it is cool.
Like it's got
and
the
if you have the figures, right, you're gonna want the playset,
right?
It's got the bright colors on it. It's got it almost reminds me of like Beetlejuice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with the arrows and stuff. I was like
arrows and all that stuff, right? Well, how are we doing on time? Because I have some other.
We're about 10 or 15 minutes over.
Okay.
I
So
think we need to talk
maybe
about
one more.
Turtles.
Okay. Let
Would
me
be
give
the
you
direction I
before
would
we get into
suggest
Turtles.
this.
We'll close it with Turtles. One that I just wanted to honorable mention. We don't have to talk about it too much. The Ewok Village.
Yeah, a little tree, basically.
The tree set. Yep. There was the Ewok Village for Star Wars, and then there was also the animated Ewok Village that was I don't know if it was Fisher Price put it out, but it's for the cartoon version. But also the GoBots Command Center.
Yeah.
Pull up a picture real quick. It was like that it had legs. It was kind of like I don't know.
Kind of looked like a giant GoBot.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But I remember that thing. That thing was cool.
Yeah.
It would fold out. It would
We had WWF wrestling ring. There was all the Micro Machine play sets.
So much
Mighty
stuff.
Max had play sets. Jurassic Park Command Compound. X-Men had stuff. Batman the animated series had stuff. Power Rangers. I mean, tons and tons of different play sets from all these awesome toys we got back then, right?
But what you're saying is it is not as cool as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sewer playset.
I think the sewer is super cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It comes with the sewer pipes. It's got the power pole that they can swing on.
Yeah.
You know, it's got their little home in there.
I like the
it pieces together.
What is it? It was the fire hydrant that had the telescope.
Right?
Yeah.
Had the bed in there where you could put your turtle.
And and then it also had the elevator.
Yep. Right?
That came up and you would be able to push it up and down.
The fence.
It's a lot for the compact size, right? You're getting a lot of use out of such small minimalness, like all the playsets that we've seen take up so much space, where I feel like this is like, this is good. This could fit with your figures, not take up a bunch of room.
It's got the sewer cover where you can have your figures go down. The cool thing about this set too is it was in 2 pieces.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so you could pop that little piece off.
Pop the smaller portion off and store it. So it was very easy to disassemble it and then reassemble it and pack it up into a tote or something. But I mean, Turtles had all the cool playsets. They had the Technodrome was another one, and all of these just got re-released. And I believe the sewer playset is an actual like 1-to-1 ratio.
That's cool.
So it's almost an identical version of it that you can get. Yeah. But you get there's 2 pieces that are always missing where you're trying to find them, and that is the ball with the spikes. And then there's a little round, I still don't even know what it does. It's a little round flat piece that just sticks on the ground next to the fire hydrant. I don't even know what it's for, to be honest with you. Maybe. Oh, you know what it might be? It might be like a cover for one of the sides of the fire hydrants, but it's there for aesthetics to kind of like show you that it's there, that it got popped out or something. But anyway,
who knows?
We could talk
Who
for
knows?
a very, very long
Cool
time about
play
play
sets.
sets, but we're out of time.
Almost out of time for the whole podcast.
Right? Let's go.
We'll jump to, we do have a voicemail, so let's hear that.
Oh, it looks like we have a voicemail. Let's see who called into the show this week.
I keep dreaming about my dream phone. It's for you.
Hey, this is Paul, fellow nutmegger. I've been meaning to call, and I just never got off my ass, so now I have.
There you are.
Speaking of not getting off my ass, I have quite a backlog of podcasts, so this is in relation to an old episode, if that's okay. Episode 1.
I think we played this one last week, did we?
We've heard from Paul.
There was a 2 I had gotten from Paul.
Okay.
So I wonder if those are... So we heard that one?
Let's hear what his question is.
Okay.
About toys getting games. First off, I believe...
That's right, okay.
Yes, we did hear that.
And he got cut off because I have another Paul one.
Well, let's hear the second
one.
I
don't know. Let's hear.
All right, let's see.
So this is Paul again. I'm going through my backlog still. Episode 187 about the mall. It was Timeout Arcade in the Meriden Square. That was the name of that.
Gotcha.
Yep. Crushing Samurai Showdown. The other thing that is, the other little note is, I don't think anybody mentioned that there was a attempt to get teenagers to dissuade them from hanging around malls. And so some malls would start playing classical music after a certain hour. And the Meriden Square did a thing where they were playing a tone that was a high enough frequency where supposedly, adults could not hear it, but children could. And it was highly annoying. So that was like a little nugget I think everybody missed. But thank you very much. Bye.
I guess I wasn't hanging out at malls long enough to hear it.
Well, that's why I'm like, where's the cutoff of children? Like, is it because most of the kids you don't want there are like teenagers, and I feel like they're more developed than. And if it's a young kid, you're there with your parents, so then you're just
basically had a dog whistle for kids to get out.
Yeah.
Shoo you out of there.
I that's news to me. I didn't know that.
We did get it.
That was other malls.
Oh wait,
Meriden Square.
Oh.
Perfect.
We had a text message, so if you guys don't want to call in,
okay.
Someone texts us. Hey guys, Calvin from Canada again. Another great Canadian cartoon that wasn't talked about was Reboot. Season 3 was still to this day one of my favorite seasons of TV, period. When they were on the search for Bob after Megabit blasted him out of the mainframe. To touch on the end of the last episode would be a great idea for a US versus Canada theme. The differences in growing up in the 80s and 90s between the two. If Keith needs backup, I would be glad to help. P.S. We didn't get our milk in a bag. That's an can't even say it. Ontario thing. West Coasters got milk in jugs and cartons. Thanks.
Wait, milk in bags?
Yeah, it would come in a bag, and then you'd put it in, you'd basically buy a jug for it, and you'd put it in there, and then you'd cut it, and then your milk would come in a bag. So it was like a jug you would wash and reuse.
Wow.
Milk bags.
Milk in a bag.
Don't do it again. We don't need it twice.
No,
okay.
Oh, we're jumping over to me. We're going to do Pixel price check. We're going to go back in time and have these guys guess what some prices are on some items when they were first released. Check it out.
The price is wrong, Bobby.
All right, Russ. Let's look at our first one. Number 1 here.
Classic.
Real boys 20-inch Huffy BMX from 1990. What do we think a BMX out of a catalog would have been back in 1990? Something your parents ordered and would show up.
I would say, now are we talking like out of like a Sears catalog or something like that?
Sears
So
catalog.
it's not like
that's where we pulled the information from.
We're not going to like an actual bike store.
Right.
No, we're not going to go to the Haro.
We're going to like Walmart.
We're getting one from Walmart. Yeah.
I would say a Huffy bicycle back in 1990. I want to say it's like $79.99.
Okay. Russ, what are you thinking?
I'll go a little higher. I'll go we'll just stick to 100. I was gonna go a little bit higher, but I'm like, I don't know. So 100.
Put those two together, and we've got our price: $179.97.
It is that much, yeah.
Yeah, they were a little pricey back then for the Huffy. It was probably a brand thing, right? I'm sure we could
have
right
a brand thing.
The super cycle version for cheaper, but we're getting a Huffy.
that was $60.
Because we were literally just looking at bikes this week because Kylie needs a new one because she's getting bigger.
Yeah.
And we were looking at ones at Walmart that were like $80.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking the question about like, because when you go to an actual bike store, they're super expensive, right? Because they're better material, kind of like skateboards, right?
Yeah.
Like skateboards, you're going to get a higher quality grade than buying it from a Walmart, right?
Yeah. All right, price check number 2, the Sega Game Gear 1991. What do we think you're charging for the Sega Game Gear? This one comes with Sonic the Hedgehog, which I think most of them came with.
$80.
Okay.
I was gonna go $99.99, so $100.
Okay.
Actual retail price, $149.99.
Wow.
Oh, forget, we're going low on all these.
Dang,
right? Got the color screen,
Yeah.
This was a little more expensive than the Game Boy we were seeing.
Because how much was the Game Boy? Wasn't that like $60?
That's a good question.
Maybe it's on here.
We move to number 3. Bring us to number 3.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh,
wow,
so we're
I
looking
do
at the
remember
big one.
that.
We're looking at number 4. This is the Tyco Zero Gravity Cliffhangers. What are we thinking for the Tyco Zero Gravity Cliffhangers
I know,
from
Russ. I think we got to go high, right?
1988?
I wanted to say 60, but everything's been so low. 80. I'll go 80.
I was gonna go 70.
Okay.
Actual retail price for Tyco Zero Gravity Cliffhangers with the loop, $64.99.
Wow, right in the middle there.
Right?
Well, you know what? It was like $70 with tax.
Yeah.
You get your $5 rebate. You're doing good here.
Yeah, that's.
I loved it. I remember the stickers for that, and I remember having those all over the house. All right.
Oh, the Millennium Falcon.
Playsets. Kenner Millennium Falcon 1980. The OG. Right. What are we thinking? The price is
80s.
You got to take a consideration of inflation.
Yep.
Of what it was back in 1980 versus what it would be now.
Yep.
$25.
I was going to say $25 as well.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be pretty low with that. 1980.
Actual retail price, 1980 Millennium Falcon, $29.99. You guys are real close. Nice job reining it back in there.
Well, we're just giving the post-tax price.
Right? Exactly. All right, number 5.
Nice. Sure thing.
Ooh, the 100.
The Super Stoker 100 from 1990, the blue one with the charging port on the back, that pressure vessel on the back there.
If memory serves me correct, I want to say this one was $29.99.
Oh.
Yeah, because maybe the Super Soaker 50 was $20, right? So I probably go with Dave. Yeah, $29.99 in this.
Rob tells me back in 1990 they were $10.
Whoa!
What?
Get out!
Right?
No way. That was $10.
That's the price that I was given.
Someone chime in. Rob's got to be wrong.
Right?
No,
because then what is the Super Soaker 50? Super Soaker 50 was $5.
No
Probably
way.
$10 too.
Oh, maybe
No
both
way.
10.
All right,
that
pull
can't
us
be
up the
right.
next one.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh,
Ooh.
Mega Man 2.
All right. Mega Man 2 NES 1989.
I'm gonna go with $59.99.
I'll go slightly lower with $49.99.
Actual retail price. Russ hits the nail on the head. $49.99.
Very good.
Maybe once
All
they
right,
went to the
so-
90s, it was $60 for games.
So sorry, the original Super Soaker 50 was 10 to 15, depending on the store. Super Soaker 100 was, you guys are right, $20 in 1991.
Okay.
There
I'm
we
still
go.
here.
Made there. Perfect. Dave's still here.
I'm still here.
All right, let's bring up our playset for Jurassic Park, the electronic command compound playset by Kenner, 1993. What are we thinking for price?
1993, huh?
Yep.
Came
Came with the fence, came with the command tower, came with the net launcher.
93.
I would say this is 1993.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe $40, $39.99.
I was gonna go
A little
maybe
higher.
slightly higher. I may go $49.99.
Actual retail price, $39.99. Russ, you hit that one on the head too.
There you go.
Nice.
Well,
Never had
that's
this
good.
one. Looks cool.
No, I always wanted this one. I thought it was super cool. So that is pixel
And this is
price check.
electronic too.
Well, yeah. So yeah, it made sounds. So
Sound
that is pixel
effects and
price check
everything.
for this week. Well done, guys. You
I
got
love
a
it.
few.
Wow.
Pretty close.
There we go.
Yeah, except for the first few, but we got there.
Yeah,
We got to
those
get
were-
into our flow.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Get your feet under you.
All right, wrapping it up here for this episode. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed tonight's episode, evening, whenever you're listening to the podcast here. And hopefully, you guys tune in every week to check out the weekly Warp Pipe. What game are we getting into next week if people want to join with the Warp Pipe rental?
We're jumping into Terminator 2 Judgment Day on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Check this one out with us and let us know what you think in the comments. Dave, what are we
Nice.
looking at for
I hope it's. I
top-
hope it's better.
Better
This
than
has been the
Ghostbusters.
It's gotta be.
gotta be.
Maybe.
It's gotta
So to tie in with the game rental, next week's topic should be fun. We're going to talk about movie sequels
Mhm.
that are better than the originals.
Gonna be a lot of hate coming out, right? Bring
So,
the haters.
is Back to the Future 2 a better movie?
It's
Is
got both
Turtles-
movies in one.
Is Turtles 2 better than Turtles 1? We will discuss it next week. So if you guys are listening to this show, leave your suggestions in the comments so we could maybe look at them next
Oh,
week.
yeah,
and
yeah. We'll add it to there.
See how they compare to the originals. I'm trying to think of a good. I don't know, man. There's a lot to go over. So I don't know.
Mortal
Teen Wolf
Kombat 2
2
better.
over the original Teen Wolf.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, yeah.
Nah.
Very nice.
We got a quick shout out to our channel members: Austin Mills, Fox Driven Retro, Jody55, Jarrett, Connor, Manny's Arcade, Mike 7399, and Vamp 6463. Thanks for supporting us as channel members. Be sure to check out theweeklywarpipe.com, and you can call into the show 949-682-9277. Leave a voicemail, or you can text us shoot us a text. Why not? If you guys do want to support us individually here, you can check out our channels. Keith's coming back soon, right?
Absolutely. We're stumbling a little bit. Once we're back full blast here, we'll be coming back with weekly videos. We're gonna try to complete a little bit more of that NES set when we're in SoCal. Gonna push to get that full collection done. We'll catalog it as we go, and then we'll move on to the Super Nintendo, which I'm very, very excited for. David, where do they find you?
You can find me over at Dave It's Me on the YouTube channel. Weekly videos, we're still at it, and we're still doing the Chicago road trip toy hunting, so come and check me out there. And there's some new channel member exclusive stuff. We have a Discord now for our channel members where you could talk toys, do trades. You do a lot of cool stuff. So if you want to support the channels in any other way, then check out the channel membership. There's a lot of perks there. And Russell,
I'm here.
I want to know.
I gotta add my more channels.
I was just looking at your shirt too. Retro Game Community. What is that?
I don't know. I got it. I think at Retro World, someone had given it to me. I think it was someone's YouTube channel or something. I like that had Super Nintendo on it. So
check it out.
Not sure where I got it.
Well, Russ is supporting the Retro Game Community on his Retro Game channels. So tell us about them.
Check out Rustley if you haven't already. Weekly videos on there and live streams. I've been live streaming on Twitch as well. It's just Rustley Live. If you want DIY stuff, of course, I have my Russ Lyman channel. I've been working on a new custom NES, so maybe that video will come out in the coming weeks. And so someone was watching my live stream today. They're like, "Oh, I miss Snacky Snack Time," which I have that YouTube channel. I said I uploaded a hot dog eating contest on there. And I still have 8-Bit Bliss as a music channel that I'm working at. And Dad's at Disney is a Disney channel that I had started vlogging at Disney as a dad. So lots of stuff to check out. But of course, you could always catch me here weekly with the weekly Warp Pipe hanging out with these guys. So
we appreciate. Russ, I want to know one
wait.
thing. I want to know one thing.
Boy.
I want to know one thing. When are we going to see the Mario Kart revival?
Oh, I have footage of me and Tom working on my car, my Mario Kart car.
Well, it's the weather's here, and you're moved into the house. So
I don't know if Tom wants me to show any exclusive photos. We're talking about, maybe you guys could give me some opinions on this. We were talking about working on the car. He sent over a sketch and let me know what you guys think. Let's see. Did he save it the right way? I got to flip this thing. Hang on. Hang on last minute for this here.
When the next Russ channel is going to start up. What's the next one going to be?
What's the next channel? It's probably coming soon.
What's the future hold for
it's coming soon.
Channels here. David, we got to catch up.
I wanted to.
I'm having a hard enough time with one.
Right.
I'm keeping it together. We'll see. We go to all our channels here. We're painting the car. I got videos coming out for that. I want to go for a comic look. Tom suggested, what if we make the car a blue shell? So what do you guys think of that? Like,
I like it.
Two-toned, and we got the wing sketched on the back there. So
feel a little Fast and Furious.
So we'll see. We're playing around with ideas for sure on that, and I don't think it will be ready this year for
put spikes on it.
Well, we would just have my blue shell on the roof of the car, right? But I'm like, will it be too much to be blue shell and blue shell?
So take the wings off because then the wings are on the car.
On the car. We'll see. It's just an idea. We're trying to come up with something cool and fresh, just because it's been red, white, and blue for the past couple of years. So it's like I want to do something fresh.
How about we get the car running?
Shout out to Tony. He's got to come by. We just got to throw a battery in there and some starter fluid, and we should be good. And then we'll get that car running on there. I thought you were going to ask.
Go ahead.
I got a video coming out about Video 7, the rental store that Chris had bought the inventory to 3 years ago. And
I wasn't even thinking about it.
And someone brought it up in one of my videos and asked about it. And I said, It's coming. I had the footage forever. I lost some of the footage. I gave my hard drive to Ernie. He wasn't able to recover what I lost, so I have to make a video out of what I have, and I'm trying to do it justice, essentially. So it'll eventually come out.
How does somebody did you put something out about it that somebody remembered?
I used footage of it as B-roll clips in certain videos. So then people were asking, where's that from? And so I was like, oh, I'm working on this video. And so never came out. So I said, I think I'm going to do a little trailer for it, release it on Russ Lyman, release it on Russ Lee. And then when I actually release the video, I'll just do it on Russ Lee and collab with Russ Lyman. Because I had the Russ Lyman channel when people were going to that. And so they maybe missed it or whatever. So we'll see.
I'm just being selfish, and I want to see more Mario Kart
DIY stuff
on the DIY
whole
stuff.
Channel to itself.
Yeah,
like coming soon. All right, guys, we appreciate your support then on all our channels. And we will see you here next week, jumping in the warp pipe with us. And we'll see you on the next level. Take care.